Alright, this example is just going to walk through a change in equilibrium. So the market's for hybrid cars in this example. So the idea is you have a demand curve and you'll have a supply curve for hybrid cars. So let's just pull those up real quick. And the market, like always, goes to equilibrium so that there's not a shortage and so there's not a surplus. So the way to look at this is like taking a picture of the overall economy, and it's really a moment in time. So think about it. In the real world, over time, the demand curve is going to move, the supply curve is going to shift, and what you'll have to have is you'll have to have a new equilibrium with a new price and a new quantity, or you would end up with a shortage or a surplus in the marketplace. So in reality, what the economy is more like, it's like a video instead of a fixed picture. A video, you have movement, and in reality the demand curves and supply curves are moving. So let's take this scenario, and this is a shift in demand, and the idea is that gas prices increase. So demand issue, so that's the way to look at it first. Okay, this is on the demand side of the market. Will this cause more demand or less demand for hybrid cars? Well, high gas prices makes the hybrid cars more preferable, changes people's taste or preference for hybrid. So it causes more demand, which means the demand curve is going to shift to the right. Just real quick on why it would shift to the right. On the bottom here, shifting to the right indicates a larger quantity in the overall market. So because this x-axis is measuring quantity, as you go away from zero, which is to the right, it's indicating more. So to the right for demand indicates more demand, and you pull it up here, so here's your new demand curve. So think of what happens once gas prices rise. In reality, this demand curve doesn't exist anymore. So just imagine a second, if this demand curve wasn't here, you would say, okay, the market goes to where supply hits demand, the market goes right here. So this is your new equilibrium. Now look at this. If you had this old price, this is your old price in the marketplace. This old price is below the new equilibrium. So if you had this old price, you would end up with a shortage. So what happens is prices end up rising over here, and the end result is you end up in a marketplace with a higher price and a higher quantity. So in comparison to the original price, here was P1, here's P2. We're moving away from zero, so prices are going up. Here's Q1, here's Q2. You're moving away from zero, so quantity is increasing. That's what we'd expect to see with an increase in demand. Pretty intuitive. More demand, there will be a higher price in the market and a higher quantity. So hopefully that helps.